Like a base, remember that? Like going the other way. Yeah, it's been. They're hammering right now. They'll be done by the end of the week. No,
All right, everybody, the time is 7 p.m. We can go ahead and kick off our November 11th, 2025 Board of Directors meeting. Please join me with a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Albert,
Here.
Mr. Badger,
Here.
Mr. Eisworth,
Eisenhower.
I'm sorry,
That's okay. There's one. It's okay.
Mr. Gardner,
Here.
Mr. Hausnick,
Here.
Ms. McCoy,
Here.
Ms. Meyer, here, and Mr. Young.
Here. All right, well, before we get started, today's a special day, November 11th, Veterans Day. Special place in my heart, of course, and my pleasure. Thank you. And I think, I don't know if we have Mr. Snell. Did you serve? Yes, sir. So thank you for your service as well. And hopefully you guys took some time today to just give thanks to those that did. And we appreciate it. Myself, appreciate you guys, what you do for us as well. So we will go move on recognitions and presentations. Nothing this evening. We do have something.
Phillips.
That's right.
James.
Phillips.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again. My name is Ken Phillips with Raymond James. I also get to wear the hat of a legal attorney, which I'm not, but I know what the resolution says after about 40 some years of doing this. So tonight, we're here for you to adopt a resolution. It's called a parameters resolution. Sets forth all the parameters for the issuance of debt. Sets it in the amount of 18 million, even though we're not going to issue 18 million, but we have to file at a higher number with the state. So we have some flexibility when we price the bonds. You'll see a rate of 6%. It's not going to be 6%. It's far less than that. But again, that's just a placeholder until we do the ultimate filing with the state. Under the Pennsylvania Local Government Unit Debt Act, whenever a school district incurs indebtedness, which you have done many times over the years, you have to adopt this resolution, and then you have to file all the necessary papers with the state of Pennsylvania. So you do everything under Act 72 of the Debt Act. It pledges your full faith, credit, and taxing power, meaning that you will be held liable for the indebtedness, just like you would for any other loan that you do. It names a paying agent to work with you to pay the bondholders, and that's M&T Bank, who have you used for many, many times in the past. And it gives the officers all the necessary approvals to go ahead and sign the documents at settlement date. So what has transpired since we were here in January? We have been working with administration. You've been working through the project as well. We had the Act 34 hearing in August, okay, where we had to do that again by state law. Stating what the intentions were for lighter. And we are now in the process of working with your administration and the rating agencies to get the rating that we need for the bonds to sell the bonds. It's anticipated that sometime in the next 60 days, we'll probably be issuing the debt, and you'll receive the money sometime in the first quarter that you'll have. Right now, it's $17.5 million is the number that we are using, and I think that's the directive from the administration based on the anticipated costs that you currently have for lighter. So with that, I'm happy to review the entire legal document, but that's pretty much a summary of the legal document. And what would happen is that you would need a roll call vote. And so everyone would be recorded. Obviously, you need a majority in order to pass the resolution. It's the exact same thing that we've done for every issuance for the last 3+ decades here. Love to answer any questions you may have.
At what point will the interest rate be determined?
We will, when we actually price the issue, Mr. Young, which will probably, I'd say, be between mid-December and mid-January. That's when the rate gets locked in. Okay. If we were to compare the numbers to the Act 34 numbers that we, shared at that time, we are down in interest rates, which means more favorable for you in terms of interest expense.
So what if a year from December, the rates are down even further? Could we refinance for lack of better terminology?
Great question. Currently you have, 3 issues outstanding that we've all refinanced over the years. Your current debt's between 2.25% and roughly 3.25%. We will have a call feature on these bonds. Okay, probably between, since it's 17 million, probably between 7 and 8 years. So we will lock in the maximum rate in the next 60 days, but then you'll always have the ability to go ahead and do a refunding. The current 3 issues that you have, there's no refunding opportunity for them because rates are actually higher than when we issued those debt.
So what generates that, we'll say, the call? Are we looking at a point and a half?
No, the call really doesn't cost you anything. We try to be as aggressive as we can, get you the shortest call possible. Most calls, quite honestly, from underwriters for issues over 10 million or 10 years, we've always been good at pushing them to 7 to 8, and it really doesn't cost you anything. So that's what we try to do.
Okay.
Now, if we were to push it to a 4 or 5, that's when it would cost you something.
Thank you.
And how long anticipating new Fed chair, et cetera, and rate reduction? How long can you push out the lock-in on the rate? Just,
We lock in the day that we price the issue. And then you're good for until we settle. If
Okay.
rates would go higher, okay, that doesn't impact you. If they go lower, you don't get
and you don't get
the benefit of that, no.
Okay, that's what sort of.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
What has happened with the Fed? They have actually reduced rates 25 basis points about a week or 2 ago.
Yeah,
It's only in the short end, though.
I was just gonna say, my understanding was the expectation that there may be 2 more.
Maybe 1 or
rate
2,
cuts.
but again, it's only on the short end.
Sure.
Okay,
Yep.
our debt, the way it's structured, most of the bonds are in the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay,
Okay.
Yep.
And it really, a credit to those who came before you and those sitting around this table now. Montoursville's never borrowed money on a frivolous basis. Okay, been here a long time. And you've also taken into consideration trying to keep it relatively at a low number in your budget. Your debt is still going to be below $4 million, all in, all in, all in. We're increasing the debt about 800,000 a year. You're currently right about 3 million. Okay, which is really pretty admirable based off, the size school you have in your budget. Okay, if there are no other questions, I'll leave it to the rest of the meeting. And when this comes up again, it's a roll call vote, Jessica. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
All right, no students for this evening. That'll take us to the reading of the minutes. This is approval of the regular meeting minutes from October 14th, 2025, and work session minutes from October 28th, 2025. Take a motion to approve those.
motion to approve. Second.
Any questions? All right, hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, move to the first public comments portion of the evening. This is for residents and taxpayers to comment on concerns and matters of concerns or official action for deliberation portable. All right, seeing none in the room, I will go to Zoom. If you'd like to make a comment, please raise your hand. All right, well, closes the comments portion for this evening. And moving on to finance, 5.1 approval of the resolution authorizing the incurrence of non-electoral indebtedness. I can't read tonight. Of the Montoursville Area School District by issuance of general obligation bonds series of 2026. This is a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Albert,
Yes.
Hold on, we have to take a motion.
Yeah, you need a motion.
So take a motion to approve this.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All right, man, now what? Thank you.
All right, Mr. Albert,
Yes.
Mr. Badger,
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mr. Gardner,
Yes.
Mr. Housenick,
Yes.
Ms. McCoy. Yes. Mrs. Meyer
Yes.
and Mr. Young.
Yes.
All right, thank you for that. You can keep the microphone as we go to business manager's report back to.
So you have received copies of the treasurer's reports for the period ending October 31st for the general fund and cafeteria fund. Also included are reports for the middle school and high school activity accounts for the same period. We are submitting these for the board's consideration for approval.
I'll take a motion to approve those. Any questions on those? All right, hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, and presentation of bills. You have received copies of the listing of invoices for the general fund and cafeteria fund for the period ending November 11th, 2025. We are submitting these to the board for your consideration for approval and payment.
I take a motion to approve those.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions?
I did. Sorry, and this is more in general. So as I was going through, I noticed the Robert M. Sides, bill is $17,591.95. So then that piqued me to say, how much do we pay Robert M. Sides so far year to date? And we're at almost $32,000. So I guess my question is annually, does that cover all schools? Like, how much are we, I mean, that's just a portion of obviously what we're paying, but I'm just curious, like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a K-12 and instruments and a music program is a lot of money. The bill that you see there is for new marching drums that are current ones are 14 years old and taped together and metal shop together and everything else. And it was time to replace those. There's five to seven. I don't have an exact number. I can get that of money in that's grant funds from the foundation. They bought a couple of specialized instruments that we as a district did not. I don't want to say I'll say it that way.
Right.
Did not financially support, but the foundation helped us out there. So that's part of that money as well. All their repairs go to Robert M. Sides, and any type of instrument replacement goes through them as well. So it is a big number because music is instruments are expensive.
Yeah, I was curious, because then I also saw the request come in for whatever it was for another $13,000, and I was just curious as to how much we spend annually.
We delayed the drum purchase for at least the last 2.
2 years, yeah, we've hobbled along for.
Yeah, well, and that's, I just was trying to get a sense of annually, like what we're spending.
And
there.
it shifts and changes, and marching drums are
No, yeah,
expensive,
yeah.
and they should have been here for the season. I'm thankful, prayed that we got through this season. They got caught up in tariff wars. Those that we bought. So at one time it was canceled because they couldn't hold the price. So we waited until
Right.
tariff, if you followed that, the pivot and change of tariffs, eventually they were able to honor that price, and I think they're finally
Yeah.
here.
From a contractual standpoint, I guess my other question is do we shop out like the drums? So are we and I support, I'm friends with the side, so I'm not
Yeah.
saying that
That's-
I don't
They've
support local business,
considerably
but when it's a
improved their
large.
Gen list.
Okay.
Chris Morgan, to his credit, he hustles really hard. He
Okay.
works with them
Yeah.
to get them. They dropped that, I want to say, almost 12 grand.
Yeah, the original
Okay,
So, yeah,
quote, and
it's 20.
I checked in on a couple others. We had 36 and some change. These are rounded. they brought theirs down from a little over 30 to get that price. So it's very hard to beat them. They want the local schools, so it's hard to beat them on price.
And I'm all
they usually
comfortable
work with
this.
us.
I also, from a fiscal standpoint,
Yep.
it's a big number.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the program that supports, like 80 to 100 kids system
And those
wide,
kind of-
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and those
It's a lot
specific
of
type
money.
of instruments are almost a little bit of a buy once, cry once type of thing. We've gotten, we said 14 years out of it with the
Right,
shopping around on some of those, because I do try and look,
yeah.
and for what we got, there's nobody that's really been close. But it's, we always try to.
Yeah, I didn't even know if it was like a contractual obligation. That's why I was asking that too.
No,
So.
No, we'd shop
That's fine.
around.
Like, and again, I like to support the local business, but I just was, it was a big number. And I was like, okay,
That's
what
why we tried it.
happened there? And so that, yeah, and I just sort of looked back and was just like, wow, spent a lot of money.
And it's
that.
drums, it's cases, it's the harnesses, it's
Right.
the stands and
Yeah.
in the stands. It's a whole collection of things you need for the marching band. So hopefully we'll get
15 years out of
14 to
it.
15 years out of those. They don't make things like they used to.
No, they don't.
We'll see.
Yeah. That was my big one.
They're also currently fundraising. I think they have a fundraiser they put out for 50 grand for a trailer wrap, raincoats, timpanis. Timpanis, I think we're gonna have to talk, and I mean, that's concert band, so. But they're also currently fundraising
Okay.
in addition to help, so. And that program's co-curricular, it's not considered extracurricular in the district.
I was gonna say
The
new
bands,
marching band, but
yeah.
it's like concert band. I know jazz festival, like jazz chorus are clubs, right? Cause I was just looking at.
Jazz
what's the-
is a before school thing,
But it's a club. It's
yeah,
listed as a club in our policy handbook.
yeah,
I
and
was just looking at some transportation.
chorus is a class in the
Right,
building, so it's
chorus,
considered a
yeah.
co-curricular.
Okay.
They're graded on, the marching band's
Yeah.
graded on Friday nights.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and I was just gonna say, and I knew, yeah, chorus is a class because it is in the
Yeah.
middle school, but I was just looking at just some of our transportation and costs
So
like that. For different
That makes it
ones.
different than something like a football where you guys need to go raise funds for the majority of your stuff. The co-curricular, we have some responsibility
Right.
there.
Right.
If we want that, so. Hope that answers it.
That did, thank you.
Okay, roll call vote for that, please.
Okay. Mr. Albert,
Yes.
Mr. Badger,
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mr. Gardner,
Yes.
Mr. Hausnick,
Yeah.
Ms. McCoy,
Yes.
Ms. Meyer,
Yes.
and Mr. Young.
Yes.
Okay. And I get to talk a little bit. So our first week, we had our first full week of transition. Savannah, who has replaced me, is picking things up very well. Quickly finding her way around the office. I just wanted to let you guys know the thanks, the signatures, pretty much complete there. I'm just waiting on closing some different things with Journey Bank, so you'll have an email from me because I'll have a signature card for that as well. We're finalizing the fixed assets for the auditors, as well as transportation. It has been updating and verifying all of our student rosters and making sure students are actually here comes the bus and school messengers ready for when the weather hits. So hopefully we'll be prepared for all of that. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. All right, moving on to the superintendent's report. We'll start today with Mr. Knopf.
Nothing to report, Mr. President.
Great to have you. Thanks for having me. All right, Mrs. White, welcome.
Thank you.
How are things going over there?
Great. Day 2 is the books.
Walked us today then.
Yes. No, it's been going really well. Mr. Myers has been wonderful guiding me around and, all of this, all of this staff.
It's only day two.
All of the staff and students have been wonderful and I'm excited to be here, so thank you.
Happy to have you. Mr. Piper. Mr. Hammer.
Yeah, the pass the Pennsylvania alternate system assessment. The testing that is for our special needs students, that are not able to take the PSSAs. We're kind of in the process of starting that. Our enrollment window ends December 1st, so in district, we have one student that I'll be enrolling. Our out-of-district kids, the IU enrolls all of those students and tests all those students. And we are falling right at 1.3% of our student population that will be taking the pass this year. The testing window is from March 9th to May 1st. So things are kind of moving forward with that as well. And then the other thing that I wanted to do is several years ago, I did a monthly paraprofessional recognition. So I've been talking to my special education teacher, and we wanted to kind of bring that back. This year, we're going to be doing that on a quarterly basis. So the teachers have recommended 3 paraprofessionals to be recognized. One is Rachel Eck, and the teacher wrote down that Rachel truly goes above and beyond each and every day. Her day-to-day actions could be considered great for other paras. We're just extremely lucky to have her as she goes above and beyond the norm. We said it before, she's a true rock star, can rely on Rachel to share information on a regular basis that helps keep things running as smoothly as possible for both students and staff. She's been instrumental in training some new paraprofessionals that have come on board, as well as helping old staff also with their personal growth. She's been a great voice for her co-paras and continually shows leadership among her peer group. And she's appreciated more than she may know. That we can rely on Rachel to give good advice, feedback on a variety of topics that are invaluable. I have worked for many years and she's one of the best paras. And then we also recognize Ms. Stahl, who is a paraprofessional out at Loyal Sock Valley. She's committed to the students in the classroom. She actively searches for activities for small group, for various skills, as well as craft combinations, and she's consistently a hard worker, and her organizational skills are top notch. And then Jordan Kalema, she's a paraprofessional in McCall Middle School, and teachers write that she's amazing. She goes above and beyond with everything that she does. Awesome management skills with all different types of students. So I kind of wanted to share that with the board, and hopefully we'll be expanding this and even growing it more as the year goes on. So thank you.
No, thank you. That's great. Mr. Johnson.
And I'll save some of this for Mrs. Wise as well. Financial aid meeting we had last week here in this room with Penn College hosted, going over FAFSA and those kind of components of parents and students as well attended. And that's great. We'll have our 3rd instant decision day coming up, this one at Penn College on Monday. We've had so far 12 that participated get instant acceptance to Lycoming and 24 to Commonwealth. It's really not an exercise in futility as some people think it is. It's amazing to see some of these kids get excited that didn't think they had that in their crawl, the ability to attend, to get accepted, to know they had an option. And then it was neat to see the turnaround of the kids that experienced that instant acceptance and then also came to the financial aid night to start that planning process with parents as well. Our spring dual enrollment is beginning. Our numbers are continuing to be pretty solid with that. And I appreciate again the board's support through all of our dual enrollment options as they continue to expand. I'm going to give a big thanks to Dr. Robert Lears, who's a long-term sub in our English 11 communication classes. He stepped up and has done a fantastic job. I can't say enough great things about him, and I just want to shout out to him for what he's doing for our kids and the relationships and the way he runs the classroom. The last one I'll grab off the list, I think, is Wednesday. We have the Women of Excellence celebration on Williamsport. We have 2 teachers, 3 students that have been nominated through that, and we're excited to see where we fall in the mix there. I'll leave the rest to Susan to jump in. go from there.
Who was nominated?
What's that?
Who was nominated?
We had Mrs. Natalie Smith and Mrs. Andrea Tier were nominated from the teachers, and the students were Lillian McCullough, Reagan Fredericks, and Novella Away. Sure, I probably mispronounced that.
It's awesome.
So, yeah, we're excited.
Good luck to them. Thank you. Sprung.
Speaking of Veterans Day, today our third graders braved the cold, went over to the cemetery and sang as they always do. They looked like popsicles when they got back. But no, thanks to the Savoy family, they always, they had heaters there and they fed the kids lunch, as a thank you. And they're always proud to do it and what a way to get back. Speaking of that, we had our veterans program here on Friday, and thanks to the high school students and Dr. Johnson and everybody for that. But again, nearly 150 vets. That's the most we ever had again. So great program. We always look forward to it and a way to give back. And just a valuable lesson for the kids. We're doing our Harvest of Hope food drive right now. We have the turkey trot. It's a little friendly competition. That wraps up this week. But again, another way to give back to those less fortunate, those that we can help, and what a lesson to the kids. And then finally, we have our holiday concert coming up on December the 9th. It's a combined fourth grade concert here across the hall. So it's a week after the board meeting. But the kids have been practicing singing Christmas songs since September and holiday song. But now they can actually match the weather with the song. But no, kids are working hard and they're ready for that holiday break too. But they continue to work hard and make us proud every day.
All right, thank you. Mr. Miles. Welcome, Mrs. Hoyt. Thank you for the kind words. By the way, winter dance coming up December 19th, so where the kind words are. 500 kids. But anyway, so updates on the library family fun night. Thank you to Ms. Pierre, another amazing paraprofessional. She organized the first annual family night there with Mrs. Oldebrando. We raised over $4,000 from the book fair for additional books in the library. An update on the Cherrydale fundraiser. Amazingly, the final totals were over $19,000 net profit from that. Again, that will fund 4 separate field trips for all grades. We're planning on the delivery date of December 3rd for that. In addition, we have 84 students qualify for a Fly World trip. 84 students, so that looks like 2 buses. So excited about that trip.
You joining them, Mr. Lyon?
I'm hoping to. I don't know if my legs can support it. I'll eat it. So at any rate, we'll see how that goes. No cameras allowed. Our anti-bullying contest winners, first place was Nevaeh Gannon. Second place, Gabby Slagus. Third place, Anastasia Ears. And fourth place, Kaylee Gannon. Again, thank you to Mrs. Lowe and Mr. Gemberling, as Mr. Farrar was talking about, the Harvest for Hope, organizing that for the community members. And quick shout out to Jess Bree on the ski club. I know there's a lot of community members that will help fundraise for that. I know I have an update how many students we have going, but
72.
72. It's
Yeah.
today really felt like
Yes, and I was gonna say I may have the 2 kids who were wondering if we were getting a big dump soon. So
And they were talking about snow, right?
yeah, you never know. Middle school and high school, so.
That her and community members for the well. Then we have parent teacher conferences coming up here, 24th and 25th. That's about it. Thank you. All right, thank you. Mrs. Watts.
Well, I'm gonna give Mr. Houseman a chance to really talk about this, but our fall sports finally wrapped up here at the high school last night. And then, winter sports are now practicing, so things are getting taken care of there. We just wrapped up the end of the first marking period, which was, kind of an awakening now. My God, we've gotten through over 9 weeks of school so far. This year is definitely flying. We're preparing also for parent teacher conferences. The 215 students, which are the students that are enrolled in the Lycoming College at 215 class year. They are now working over at Lighter with the mentors and the classes over there. And by all accounts, they are absolutely loving it with that. Rho Kappa was up at the cemetery today as well. Several of the students had speeches that they delivered. And we wrapped up Red Ribbon Week here, Halloween week. And that had a really good turnout. We were pleasantly surprised how much the students were involved in that, and it was really nice to see it back at the high school.
Real quick, the Ed 215 kids, I was gonna mention, I forgot. They have done amazing, they really have, and the idea that a high school student. And I was looking to go to education when I was in high school too, meaning as a senior and so forth, but. Some of their questions they've had are beyond their years of the way they're thinking ahead from a teacher's perspective rather than. You know, they know their life as a student, so it's been really fascinating and what a great experience for kids who are interested in potentially pursuing that career.
Yeah, we had 2 students up there today.
Yeah, they're great when you go up to the class and receive and attest to it. I mean, they're soaking up everything.
All right, thank you. Mr. Blades.
We're all tired of listening anyway. We had our glow night at Snyder's, and I was blown away about with how much participation we get from our community, because our PTO works so hard. We were close to having 500 people there that night in the 4 hours that we had, so we were back there, it was busy all night, so it was super fun. We had our trunk or treat the following weekend. We had 16 families participate and do trunks. So again, a great community event. So just thankful for all their hard work and for all the participation that we have from our families to give back to our students. Veterans Day Assembly was last Friday, and it was been wonderful. As the more mature I get, I think I get softer because I usually sit back and the guy hold it together. So it's just good stuff, and appreciate that we can do that for our kids and kind of honor our veterans in that way. So, gentlemen, thank you for your service. I appreciate that. After our Veterans Day assembly, we had a inflatable staff costume race for our kids. Great. They blew it out of the water this year for a walking. So one of their reward the inflatable staff race. So I was a hippo and a P-22. So unfortunately, I took the loss for the first time ever in my educational career to a younger teacher, so it was a unicorn, so I'm not super happy about that. But it was a good time. All the staff loved it, and the kids especially loved it, so it's up to the kids. And then the very last thing, Mr. Hanner and I will be participating with a couple other teachers from the Valley and Lighter in the Bulletron on November 22nd.
What day is it, Tyler?
The Saturday, the 22nd, that Andrew's on the water. These were the two, Mr. Hanna. He'll be incidents. But he doesn't know it yet, but Mr. Farrar, I will send out the link for fundraising, and if you want to make a donation, that'd be wonderful. Mr. Farrar does not know this yet, but he said he would match all donations.
I said, make it, I've been in Harrisburg.
So, yeah, just a lot of good things going on.
All right, thank you.
Oh, by the way, we won we won the bridge. We won the Golden Shoe again in the walkathon.
They did announce that for the game.
Yeah.
That we won the walkathon, so.
That's awesome.
I saw that they put the video.
It's like
and it's awesome.
Right, we,
I don't know if I want to go, no one's listening.
he was back in with the inflatable.
Okay. Good, you got their attention. On Veterans Day, if you look in the cabinet and the history of that cabinet, that is from the old Montour School. It spent some time in Lighter, I believe Dr. Rush refurbished it to the state that it is today. So that was out of one of our very old schools, Montour. Sat at Lighter for a while, and now it sits in here. I've been working on ways to have a rotating display in there, and finally, it's come to fruition in honor of Veterans Day, and I want to thank those that have served for our country. It's much appreciated. And thanks, Dad. I know you don't watch, you don't care what I do for a living, but thanks for your service. You don't want to care what I do here. But in the display case there is Thomas Benjamin Johnson. He is a graduate of Montoursville. He participated, I thought this was interesting. He was a member of the band, the Slide Rule Club, and the Morse Code Club, and he did the illustrations for the yearbook. He was served on submarines. He was on the USS Toro, and then he was selected for the nuclear power training and was on the commissioning crew of the USS Thresher as of February 27th, 1961. So tonight we honor Thomas Benjamin Johnson, electronics technician, first class for the United States Navy, serving on submarines for the country. So again, thanks to all of our veterans. And the displays in there, there's a little write-up in there on him. The flag, the hometown hero banner is hanging as well. So I know the family stopped in before our meeting to check that out. So, lighter update. Bonds are coming, the borrowing's coming. We have a little bit of a holdup with the borough right now. They are insisting that they cannot provide a conditional approval because we don't have our DEP permit. So we're in talks to get that resolved. Because of that, bid openings have been pushed from November 18th to November 25th. Reason being is, once we get our permits and we get that approval, any changes we'd like to incorporate in as an addendum to our bids, that will allow us to avoid change orders right out of the gate on land development type issues. So if we don't get those permits and that approval, I may delay again. And we may need to call a special meeting in December then to award bids and give authorization to proceed. So I will keep you updated on that rather frequently as that develops. It's very critical that this stays on a timeline. The phasing is very tight. You know, the site is small. The building is scheduled to close at the end of the 26-27 school year. So the additions have to be done for us to be able to move kids around, renovate the older areas, and get this complete so we can move in fall of 27. So a lot of work taking place right now to seek and obtain those approvals so that we can stay on track with the project. As far as the name survey, that has been out, thanks to those that have been sharing it on Facebook. I wanted to give you some results here to this point. There have been 563 responses, and that's without sending it out on our school messenger platform. 361 to keep it as lighter, 202 to change it to Montoursville Area Elementary School. In researching, I found that the official name is simply Lighter Elementary School. So I'm pretty certain it's named after George Leiter, but there's no indication that it is. We went back through minutes and can't find anywhere where that was changed. So
You ask Grok if that's AI, it tells you it was George Slater, it gives you a whole, looked it up.
yeah,
They Grok
it
found
does.
Grok.
But our
gave it
official
history.
name with the state is simply Lighter Elementary. So we will correct that as we move forward, but it looks like unless once we send this out on school messenger, it looks like that's going to be the case that it remains. And I wanted to be clear, this was not my idea. I just had heard it enough. And as a liaison to you guys, I brought it as something to consider. If I get asked enough, I'm going to bring it to you. So that's where that sits. And then finally, Mr. Young, Mrs. Meyer, and Mr. Badger, could you please stay after the meeting?
It's not the first time.
Yeah, I'm not the principal anymore, so it's not the principal's office. We need signatures for bank stuff with the change. And I do want to welcome two new faces here to our tables. Erica Hoyt, assistant principal at the middle school. Welcome. And Jessica Reich, her first meeting as business manager. So breathe.
I'm breathing and
Doing all right?
I'm doing okay.
Doing all right.
Meet you in on a work session. Now do this goes a full plan.
That's what we do here. We jump in the deep end and figure it out as we go. So they've been awesome. The whole office has been awesome. She said, Savannah's learning her way around the office. It's not very big. But everyone's, as I said in my board update, it's working well, training's happening, and very pleased and comfortable with the process we're doing and having in both all the business side of things here. So our next big project is the budget. That's when you get to beat her up instead of me for a little bit. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you very much. That'll take us to the general agenda items for this evening. I would like to combine 8.1 through 8.4. You're good with that? I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. All right, personnel, 9.1 approval of the following additions to the substitute teacher and substitute building security list for the 2025-2026 school year. Take a motion to approve those.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Academics, 10.1 approval of a request from employee 100352 for enrollment and waiver of tuition for the employee's children to attend school while employed by the district for policy 202.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. All right, committee reports, Mr. Vice.
Thank you, sir. PSBA, we don't have anybody. We'll do that in the reorganization meeting in December. Policy committee, Ms. McCoy. IU, Mrs. Meyer.
Board meetings on Thursday, so I don't have anything.
LCTC, Mr. Eisenhower.
Yeah, today was the groundbreaking ceremony on the expansion project. I wasn't able to attend. I don't know if anybody from the administration was.
I was not.
But anyways, so that's begun today. Their last meeting, we did raise the max threshold to spend from 10 million to what has ended at 10.85. And with that, we'll be getting kind of a combination of option one and half of option two. So we will be getting diesel mechanics and welding, just starting here soon. And then we're gonna be expanding the early childhood and culinary arts program. Administration down there has convinced me like this additional money is not coming out of district here. They've found places in the budget where they can get that money. We're also working on sponsorships too and grant funds that are probably most likely held up by the state budget.
Thank you, sir. Memorial Gardens, Mr. Hausnick.
Saturday, November 1st, we had our fall cleanup. Want to thank Bob Weaver and a couple other of the adults that brought in heavy duty leaf blowers. And Mrs. Tier and the Key Club, about 25 kids. The leaf blowers and the 25 kids knocked everything out in an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then on Tuesday, the borough came and picked it up, so. Big thanks to Mrs. Tier.
Thank you. Budget, Mrs. Meyer or Mr. Hausnick.
Right now.
Nothing.
Montoursville Foundation, we had a meeting last night, looking at, some teachers writing grants, also looking for fundraising ideas and opportunities moving forward. And Mr. Key, I'll let you follow up with anything.
Yeah, cool, the dueling piano idea.
Oh,
for-
yeah.
For a fundraiser, they're looking for a venue, something different, people would come out to that and support the foundation. There are EITC funds still coming in for STEM type projects. Out in the tech ed building, we have small engines now, and we got few pieces of metal. I still call it metal shop. That's what it is. Metal shop equipment. So they're rolling along and continuing their fundraising, and their efforts in supporting us. So yeah, they also got a new board member, which is a big deal for the foundation, because it's been the same people for many years. Jonah. I can't remember. Jonah something. I don't have any of that with me, so what he doesn't realize, it's a lifetime appointment on that board. And but it was good to see that we got a new face at the table there, so.
Thank you. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Albert.
I just want to point out about over at the middle school at the baseball field over there. It looks like somebody's been doing a lot of work over there, Joe. Who's providing what's needed for over there? Is it donation or?
Are you talking about for the?
For the field, for the baseball field?
No, that's me.
That's you? All right, well, I commend you on your efforts to maintain that and get that back where it goes. I've been involved with that for quite a long time, and it's quite the challenge. I think in the future, we should probably consider looking into other alternatives for that baseball field. I think that it's well overdue. It's one of the best programs in the district. I saw what Williamsport did with their facility when they moved it, and it's pretty doggone nice. Great place for the kids to play baseball, and I think we owe it to this town, to these kids, to give them a little bit better facility than what they got. Because it takes a ton of work to maintain it, and 3/4 of the time it's not in the best condition.
No matter.
Can we do the girls soccer field in the same time? It's
But-
great.
Oh my God.
It's horrible.
Well, then
It all needs.
That whole area, Joe.
what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with all the manure then?
Right,
Where are they gonna put it?
it's where they put it,
Yeah,
yeah.
anyway.
The girls. soccer-
Anyway, it's just a swamp over there, and that's the
Right.
problem,
That is.
you know, and, you know, God love them, they, you know, over the years, people have donated and have tried to correct it, and it's just an ongoing battle, and I just think in the future, we should really consider possibly looking at an alternative for that over there.
Yeah, the solution there is drainage and turf.
French drain.
I mean, I don't know how much money has been donated over the years, but I can tell you it's pretty substantial. And for what it would cost to upgrade that, to give what I believe to be deserved over decades of success, these kids deserve better.
Well, that we could get a lot more use out of that surface than we do now.
Yes.
For other activities.
Yes.
Don't disagree. Thank you. Extracurricular, Mr. Badger and Mr. Houston.
Nothing for me.
Fall season's over. Sports season for all the teams, unfortunately. Girls volleyball finished 11-7 and made the district playoffs in the first year. They lost to a real senior laden Towanda team in the first round of districts. But for a team that was in their first year of competition, it's just awesome. Coaching, the girls, and the seniors, Ashley Wood and Sydney Clark, were also named to the best and brightest first team in the USA. Girls soccer started out 1-3 ended up 9-6-3, made the district playoffs, lost a heartbreaker to Warrior Run. It was 1-1 after 2 overtimes. They lost in a shootout 4-2. Cross country, both boys and girls had kids participate in the district run. None of them made top 15, but they put the effort there. Boys soccer finished the regular season 14-1-3. They won in the first round of district playoffs. They won in the quarterfinal of the district playoffs to go 16-1-3. And unfortunately, they lost to Lewisburg in the semifinals. That's the first time in 25 years that a Montoursville boys team has made it to the semifinals. And they got beat by Lewisburg 3-1. And what is interesting there, up to that point in 19 games, Lewisburg had only given up 3 goals the entire season. And we scored 1 against them. So that was pretty neat. Lewisburg is playing right now in the semifinals for the state title right this minute. We happen to live in the hotbed of soccer in the state of Pennsylvania. And the 4 best teams in Pennsylvania might have came just from this district, but unfortunately only 1 moves on. Junior high football ended up 7-2. Lost a heartbreaker their last game 39-38, but it was entertaining. JV football ended up 5-1. Of course, the varsity football team ended up 9-3, lost to Mifflinburg and was runner-up district champs. All the winter sports will be starting up here soon. I think tryouts and stuff for boys and girls basketball and what have you start Friday. A lot of the other stuff. The different sport that's kind of a bridge between fall and winter is junior high girls basketball. And they've already started up. And the 7th grade team, they have some work to do, but they've improved every game. They're 1-6, but they were the runner-up in the Milton tournament. And they have improved quite a bit every game. First game of the season, I think they got blown out by 20-some points, and they lost last night to Williamsport 22-20, and that was a great game. The 8th grade team, on the other hand, won the championship of the Milton tournament. They're 6-1. They lost their first game of the season, and since then they've been on a roll. So it's looking good there. The kids in Montoursville, not only the sports teams, the band, the cheerleaders, they all had an excellent fall this year. Outstanding. Enough to make everybody proud.
Thank you, sir. Safety and security, I don't have anything for the public. Wellness, Ms. McCoy. Back to you, Mr. Pres.
Appreciate it. All right, this brings us to our final public comment portion of the evening.
Ron Snell, Lower Manor. The first thing and most important thing that I want to say is thank you, Mr. Badger, for your service. And I believe, Mr. Eisenhower, you were in the service also. Thank you.
You too.
The second thing is, after the approval of another student that lives out of our district to attend our schools tuition free, that brings a total up to around 45,000 that district taxpayers are footing the bill for because they are coming tuition free. And the third thing I have is I want you all to remember that when you take out a bond, you are actually putting a lien on every property owner in this district because you're guaranteed to those bondholders that you will raise taxes if need be up to pay those bonds. So it is actually a lien on every property owner in the district. Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. If you would like to make a comment, please raise your hand. All right, seeing none, this will conclude the public comment portion for the evening and move us to adjournment. We'll take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye, all opposed. So that, folks, thanks.
Budget.
Happen.
Yeah, just got an update.
Oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
On this meeting.
Go to moving.
Budget's happening?